Let's go, everybody.
It's Ole Miss week.
Come on, Auburn Addicts, stand up. Let's go. Welcome to the hypest show on these YouTube streets. Let's go, Billy. Show them how to do it. Here we go. Welcome to Auburn Addicts, everybody. The hypest Auburn Tigers pregame show on the planet. I'm your host, DC Wolf, and it's my job to get you to the game. Who are we playing this week? Ole Miss. Where are we playing? Jordan-Hare Stadium, the loveliest village on the plains. Where are we watching this game, DC Wolf? We're watching this game on ESPN at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern. Now, Auburn Addicts, let me tell you about the weather forecast. 48 degrees will be your low, that's at 6 a.m. and 75 degrees will be your high, that's 4 p.m. And it'll ease on down to 63 degrees during game time. Now, if you're making the trek to the game going 85 south or north or coming through the backwoods, baby, let's get you a ticket. $90 to get you in the nosebleed, $122 to get you in the end zone, and $234 to get you on the sideline if you're a big baller. Now that I've gotten you to the game, let's talk to Coach Hugh Freeze. Let's go. I got one question that's going to determine if this is going to be a long interview or not. Are we playing two quarterbacks this week? Or are we going to go with one quarterback, Coach?
Yeah, I mean, we're up here late last night, obviously, and today, and I really hadn't seen the staff much today because of everything I have to do Monday mornings, but that's still being discussed. But I would expect that you would see both QBs.
There you have it. This interview is over. Let's go. All right, Auburn Addicts, we've gotten you hyped up. We got you to the game. We gave you a little Hugh Freeze, and now we're gonna give you a little in-game analysis with my girl SLAYSIA. But first, sit back, relax, let my guys do what they do. Everybody has a talent, and everybody needs a job, so let them work for a second. Welcome to Auburn Addicts, everybody. This is the Ole Miss pregame show. Today we have a special guest. We have SLAYSIA in the building. What's up, SLAYSIA?
Yo, what up?
Man, chilling. All right, hey, SLAYSIA, let's do it like this. Tell the people what your credentials are. Tell the people, how you affiliated with Auburn. Give us the background, SLAYSIA. Come on.
Okay, so I am a 2022 Auburn grad. So I did go to the school. I'm not just a bandwagoner. Nothing wrong with that, though.
So you calling me a bandwagoner because I ain't go to the school, but okay, that's okay.
I might. But see, I can call you that, though.
Okay, all right. Okay, go ahead.
But no, for real. I graduated in 2022. I studied apparel design when I was there. I was a Camp War Eagle counselor. I was a student recruiter. I was on homecoming court in 2021. So I did a little bit of everything, and I'm a football enthusiast.
Okay, so you was a student recruiter, you was a football game day recruiter, and War Eagle counselor. Okay, man, you did a lot. Okay, you did a lot, man. You did a lot. What about I heard you kind of on the lacrosse stick a little bit. What about, you know what I'm saying? What about that? Actually, I got under here, I got my Auburn lacrosse, women's lacrosse shirt in honor of SLAYSIA. Got that on.
Yeah, I did club lacrosse for a couple seasons, but then we get old and our backs start going out. So I had to hang up the lacrosse stick, man.
Gotcha. All right, Asia, we're gonna go right into it. I would say 20 questions, but it might be more than 20 questions. Or it might be a little less, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna play this 20 question things with former Auburn recruiter, student, and all right, you ready, A? All right, here we go. All right, here we go. What is a day in the life of a game day recruiter like? What is it like?
All right, so it was a real interesting and cool experience. So we would get up, you got the game day vibes, got the fall air going, leaves falling, white tents up. We put on our uniforms, we go down to Jordan-Hare. and they typically wanted us to get there 2 to 3 hours early, depending on the profile of the game. So
Mm-hmm.
if it was like an Iron Bowl, maybe you had Texas A&M, something like that,
Mm-hmm.
they'd want us to get there like 3 hours early. But if it was more of like a Samford or a UMass, something, one of those fill-in games, then we'd get there closer to 2 hours early.
So Sanford, y'all was just showing up right before kickoff.
I wouldn't say right
Y'all,
before kickoff.
y'all coming in right before kickoff in Sanford. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You said, Sanford. Nah,
Yeah.
I'm playing.
Okay.
So then we would get assigned a player or players, depending on the game, depending on how many recruits we had coming in for that week. And after we got assigned a player, we'd wait for them to show up. When they show up, we'd take them, their family, we'd eat with them, whether it was breakfast at those 11 a.m. games. That was rough. Getting up at 8 to go to the 11 games, or, lunch, dinner, depending on the time. We would literally be their host for the day. So we'd take them around, make sure they got to their coaches' meetings. And then we'd make sure they got good seats for the game. And we'd sit and converse with them, answer their questions about Auburn. They'd ask us questions, talk to their family. And it was a really cool experience to be able to have a very small hand in recruiting some of the players that we have at Auburn.
Oh man, I humbly put a very small hand, man. But we appreciate your work, recruiting Keldrick Falk and Wesley Steiner, and you know what I'm saying, those guys. We appreciate you putting in hard work to help out in a little bit. Okay, now I think I just said it, but how many years did you put in as a recruiter?
Yeah, so I did 2 seasons. They first introduced the athletic coach thing in 2019. So that was my first season doing it. And then, of course, we had COVID in 2020, so that was a little different. And then my second and final season doing it was in 2021.
Okay, cool. Now, I think I spilled the beans a little bit, but tell us about some of the players you recruited. Give us some of the players you
Yeah. So I recruited or hosted, rather, Wesley Steiner, Cam Riley, and Keldrick Falk, among others.
Okay. Look at you. Big time. Big time. We appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Okay. Let me ask you this, SLAYSIA. Since we talking about recruiting, what's your take on NIL? Give me your take on NIL, Slay. What you got?
So NIL is great because college football game's coming back. That's for selfish reasons. But on the real, I think it's great that student athletes can earn money doing something that they enjoy. I think everybody should be able to earn money and make a living based off of something that they enjoy doing. I think it's going to be more interesting to see how the states choose to regulate NIL money, or how they choose to cap it, if they are going to cap it. Because now you got high schoolers being able to earn NIL money. So it's going to be like a rat race, people going back and forth. Well, Tennessee, they gave this 9th grader $1 million. So, we got to start NIL in Alabama or Georgia or wherever. So it's going to be real interesting to see how the schools, the high schools, the colleges keep up, and if we're going to see some high school collectives for NIL coming up.
Yeah. That's kind of, I never thought about that. That's kind of deep. But Nick did mention that. He was just like, what's stopping somebody from starting a collective at a high school and have people transferring in from different states to their high school to make the high school successful? That's a good point, man. It's going to be a lot of people. This is the downside of it.
Yeah.
You're going to have a lot of people starting to like do the thing where, you adopting kids now. You know what I'm saying? Those are going to be meal tickets for some people, catching high school kids who maybe don't have a stable home. And then they going in and, adopting them and just on for the ride. But that's a good point.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's keep it moving, Slay. Let's keep it moving. Let me ask you this. We got a new commit. What you think about the new commit we got? Talk to me about him.
All right. So we got a new commit because I'm kind of into the Auburn recruiting. I done gotten the Auburn recruiting Twitter. Shout out to Auburn Live, Jay Lee, Jay Head, Cole, shout out. But so we got Jordan Crawford. He is a 4-star defensive lineman. Praise the Lord. The game is won in the trenches, and we really need to be hitting that offensive lineman and defensive lineman recruiting really hard. But they're going to be using him mostly as a nose tackle, from what I understand. He's 6'1", 300 pounds. He goes to Parker High School in Birmingham. So we'll see if he's going to come in and maybe be a day one starter. I think he would, just considering the depth issues that we have defensively. So we'll see how that plays out.
Okay. I'm excited to get a defensive lineman, man. Every time I see a defensive lineman, I'm like excited. Offensive lineman, I'm excited, man.
Exactly.
I want to get back to the bully ball days when Auburn was like running with Cadillac, Ronnie. We trucking people, man. You know what I'm saying? We putting in working games, man. When I remember when people played Auburn, they knew they played Auburn. It was like this hard hat mentality we had. So I want to get back to that. All right, Slay. I ain't gonna talk too much. I'm gonna kind of try to let you get on the flow here, but it's hard when you start talking about defensive linemen and offensive linemen. I'm like, get excited. All right.
I'm saying.
All right. Okay. Let me ask you this. Now let's go to the present day. Let's talk about Peyton Thorne. Let's talk about this offense. Let's talk about this defense. All right. Now, what I want to know from you, Slay.
All right.
Now, when Nick was on here, he was saying all this stuff was Peyton Thorne for all. He was saying Peyton Thorne. You got a lot of Auburn fans blaming Peyton Thorne. All right.
Okay.
Nick even said they should take the man truck back.
Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy.
All right. So Slay, do you think I'm gonna put you on the spot here? Do you think it's Peyton Thorne's fault? Do you think it's Peyton's fault? What's going on with offense? Talk to me.
Well, this might not be a popular take, but before I get into it, I have no comment on the truck. That's not my business.
Okay.
but I do not think it is entirely Peyton Thorne's fault. Okay? Hear me out.
Okay.
I think, yes, some things are Peyton Thorne's fault. You can look, and what we like to do is after every game, we like to slow the game down, watch the film, see what's actually happening. Because when you're watching a game in the moment, it's happening very quickly. There's a lot of moving parts, a lot of moving components. So it's always good to slow down. You can rewind. Sometimes we be rewinding plays like 5 times while we're watching the game. There are some plays that you can see that Peyton Thorne maybe had an open man. Maybe he should have stepped up in the pocket, not turn his back to opposition. Sometimes you have to take those hits in order to deliver a ball to a wide receiver or a running back. So there has been some missed opportunities in terms of open men. Now, on the other hand, there has been times where you can see that Peyton Thorne throws a ball, and the way that he is postured after he throws the ball is like, bruh, like he looking like, where you at? So that tells me that maybe a wide receiver is missing their route, or somebody is not where they need to be according to the play that they're running. So already we've got issues with Peyton Thorne himself. Then you've got issues with offensive personnel, whether that's your wide receiver's not in the right place or your running back's not in the right place. Offensive line, we know it's not where it needs to be. I think it's better than it's been. He has more opportunities to throw, more opportunities to step up, but I still feel like some people are missing assignments when it comes to the offensive line. So that's 3 issues right there. Number 4, and this is one I will stand on this soapbox. 50 balls.
Okay.
I think I've seen a little too many excuses for the missing of some of these 50-50 balls. In my philosophy, I think if you have most of your hand on the ball, or you are postured to catch it and you touch it and you're like this and then you drop it, I feel like there's almost no excuse, because that means you could have caught that ball. Now, don't get me wrong. I am not a wide receiver by any means. I want to qualify that. But it just seems like if you have your hands literally around it, it seems like you should be able to catch it. And maybe I'm tripping. And one more thing, I think that this whole issue that we're having on the team is not just on Peyton Thorne. I think also some of the maybe offensive play calling and defensive play calling and just game plan decisions. I don't think all of them are necessarily correct based off of what we have.
No, well put, man. I might have to put Marcus and Nick off the show. You know what I'm saying? I have to put Marcus and Nick off. They be like,
don't put Marcus and Nick off, man. Don't put them off, man.
Marcus and Nick knocking at the door. I'm like, I can't hear you.
What you say?
Me and SLAYSIA recording. I can't. No, I'm just kidding. Y'all know I'm just kidding. Just
Yeah,
kidding.
yeah.
No, I'm just
Don't put
kidding.
them off.
I ain't gonna put them off. Okay. All right. All right. Let me ask you this. So, Peyton Thorne, we talk recruiting, we talk new recruits, we talk new commits. All right. Tell me this. How many yards, okay, against Ole Miss? And I think Lane Kiffin, this is my thought. I think Lane Kiffin gonna come in here and he gonna try to put up 100 points. I think he gonna try
Yeah,
to embarrass Auburn, Hugh Freeze. I think he gonna try to humiliate this
yeah,
whole
yeah.
Auburn nation. You know what I'm saying? That's just my thought. So, hey,
Especially
what
with the
we
stuff in the off season. Yeah,
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 man, that
yeah,
whole deal, man, the whole hiring Hugh Freeze being a former Ole Miss guy. So you know those boosters are gonna be like, man, this one game you gotta win right here. You gotta win
yeah,
this for
man. It's a
Hottie
lot of
Tot.
pressure. It's a
Okay,
lot of
so
pressure.
my question to you, Miss SLAYSIA, is this: what do we have to do on offense to be successful? How many offensive passing yards, running, and what quarterback percentage we need to be successful, man, to get these guys out of here and back to Hottie Toddy with their heads hanging low?
Not hotty toddy.
Yeah,
Back to hotty
Hottie
toddy.
Toddy. We finna spill some Hottie Toddy. Well, go ahead.
Yeesh, man. I think offensively, and people going, yeah, it just doesn't seem attainable. But the Auburn Jesus, I get he's
Okay.
real. Um,
Okay.
I think offensively we need to put up between 450 and 500 yards total. I know the pass game isn't the best right now. I mean, Peyton
Mm-hmm.
Thorne just broke 100 yards against a Power 5 team against LSU. Um,
Lord
which
Jesus.
I
But go
mean, it's
ahead.
not a great stat. I mean, we just have to be
Right.
honest.
Right.
Um, I think with our struggles on the passing game,
Mm-hmm.
it would be cool if we could put up an even 200, but
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know. I don't know if that's going to happen.
Okay.
Maybe you can compensate in the run game because I think it's more
Mm-hmm.
likely for us to put 200 plus yards up against Ole Miss in the run game.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I think 450 to 500 yards total minimum, and I think the
Okay.
completion percentage for the quarterback needs to be maybe 65% or higher because I've seen what happens when it's 50% or lower,
Okay.
and we lost. So
Okay. For sure. For
pretty much
sure.
lost
For
when it's
sure.
50% or
Yeah.
lower. So I
For
think
sure.
we got to be real accurate.
Mm-hmm.
We got to get these 50-50 balls. We got to
Mm-hmm.
look at these openings.
Okay.
And that's what I think is a secret recipe to potentially be competitive against Ole Miss.
Okay. Now, you kind of touched on the offense, catching 50-50 balls, being consistent and all that stuff. So you hit the offense. Okay, what about the defense? What do we need to do on defense to kind of make sure we can, at least keep this offense in check? Because this offense is high powered, just like LSU offense. So
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
what can we do different than we did at LSU? What do you think?
I think, firstly, the defense is a lot better than I thought they were going to be at the start of the
Yeah.
season. Like, I
Yeah.
was very
Mm-hmm.
concerned defensively. I was like, I don't
Mm-hmm.
know what's about to happen. So they're doing a lot better than I thought they were. And in their defense, no pun intended, I just think, I think that we just don't have a lot of depth defensively.
Okay.
So hopefully we can fill that in the transfer portal for next season. But I think
Mm-hmm.
against Ole Miss, with them being such a high-powered offense, one of the biggest things I will say is they need to rush the quarterback. You need to be
Okay.
blitzing the quarterback, putting pressure on the quarterback, getting in his face a little bit so that he doesn't have a chance to really make sound decisions. We need to have him seeing ghosts on the field almost. Because
For
against
sure.
LSU, homie was
Mm-hmm.
able to stand in the pocket,
Mm-hmm.
make a grilled cheese sandwich,
Mm-hmm.
sit down on the couch, and then
Mm-hmm.
watch the whole first episode of his favorite Netflix show by the time the defense was able to put pressure on him.
Yeah.
We can't continue to do that and be successful
Mm-hmm.
against these high-powered offenses.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely think we need to be rushing the quarterback, putting pressure on him for real. Have him seeing ghosts, injuring ghosts.
Okay.
Have him seeing eagles flying around, multiple eagles flying around the stadium. I
For
also
sure.
think
Mm-hmm.
I also think it would be helpful if we can implement a little more man defense
Mm-hmm.
into the defensive game plan. That's not even a personnel issue, that's a coaching issue.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed that we dropped back in the zone a lot against LSU. And that didn't work out so well for us. But when
Right.
we implemented more man elements, even if it's a hybrid between zone and man,
Mm,
maybe you have your secondary drop back into a
mm,
zone and you have your
mm,
frontline people in man. That way you had the
mm,
best of both worlds. I
mm.
think that would prove more beneficial for us against high-powered offenses.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, I'm gonna put you on the spot, Slay.
No, man.
Slay. A. All right, man. What's your score prediction? And I'm gonna give you my score prediction for this I'm getting to my LSU, but I mean for this Ole Miss game, man. LSU got still on my mind. Golly. Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, the
What's
LSU
your
game,
score prediction?
it's nightmare fuel. But my score prediction, and I just really hope, like, honestly, with a lot of stuff I'm saying, I just hope I'm loud and wrong. Like, y'all can come back
Okay.
in the comments next week and be like, she was just loud and wrong about the
No,
score
we
prediction.
gonna you on Auburn Addicts, we gonna get you. The comments ain't even gotta get you. We gonna get you. We gonna get you. If you're wrong, we gonna get you. So, it is what it is. Everybody get it. Everybody who come on the
Man.
show, everybody get it. We don't discriminate. So,
Hey,
what I'm saying?
man.
If you're wrong, you getting them X's. You feel me? You getting them. So, no pressure, but go ahead.
I think the score is gonna be 35-15. That's my prediction. Just seeing how our offense played against one of the worst, arguably the worst defense in the SEC and probably in the nation, honestly. I got to fact check that second part. But we were only able to put up 17 points against one of the worst defenses in the SEC. So Ole Miss defense has to be a little bit better, right? So that concerns me.
Maybe.
We hope so. We don't hope so, actually. But you know what I mean in the context of that statement.
Yes.
I know we're at home, so that gives us a little more home field advantage, but I was just really concerned with the showings that I saw of our offense against LSU's defense last week. That was really concerning, and it kind of made me change my score prediction of what I would think would be the Ole Miss situation. So I hope they prove me wrong. I hope that maybe the at-home mojo and Auburn Jesus can help them ride on to victory. No pun intended. Man, I'm eating these puns up today, man.
We need to get some. We need to get some affiliates, man. How you bringing them in, bro? That could have been an on to victory promotional right there. But go ahead, man.
Me down with these puns, man. But I just really think it's going to be 35-15 Ole Miss. I do.
Okay.
But
I'm thinking, man. I'm thinking it's gonna be like. I'm thinking it's gonna be like. I want to say 45 to 28. 45. I'm going to go 45 to 28, man. I hope I'm wrong. And Auburn has played well when they were at home and played better. You know what I'm saying? So
That's true.
we kind of might be jaded. I know I'll speak for myself. I might be kind of jaded on how they playing on the road. And then you judge it and come back because they played horrible against Texas A&M. And then they took Georgia to the brink. You know what I'm saying? So I'm hoping that happens, but I don't want to be a blind loyalist. You know what I'm saying? So
Agreed.
I'm going to just call it based on just kind of what it is and what I see. And hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully I have to put some X's on myself, you know what I'm saying, in the post game. Y'all tune into the post game, you know what I'm saying? Because we're going to come back and we're going to be accountable for this show and what we say on this show. Okay.
I hope I have a big red X over my face next week, man, about the score predictions. I really do.
Okay. All right, Slay. Okay, here we go. We talked about defense. We talked about offense. All right. Let's talk about Auburn eating places. Just kind of let's chill with the chill. Take a lunch break right quick. Take a lunch break right quick. All right, Slay. Give me your top 3 Auburn restaurants. I know it's a lot of them. I know it's gonna be hard, but just give me 3 places if I'm going in or a newcomer coming in. Hey man, you tell them eat right here. What you got, Slay?
Okay, I'm gonna say the Hound, bussin', the brunch, the dinner, all of it. The Hound is bussin', very great. Acre's another good one. They have a rotating menu, depending on the season, and every time I've gone, it's just been chef's kiss, man.
Okay.
And then third is tough, man. It's tough because I want to give a 3A and a 3B. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
3A, goes to Niffers. Niffers is
Okay.
an Auburn classic. Man, them
Okay.
burgers, fresh off the
Mm-hmm.
grill, wings, nice, crispy,
Mm-hmm.
saucy. You know the
Mm-hmm.
vibes.
Yeah.
3B, I'm going to have to
Mm-hmm.
go with Dumps Like a Truck, Irritable Bow in downtown Auburn.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. I can go with that. All right, now I'm gonna surprise you with one. I'm gonna give you one surprise
Okay.
with one.
Okay.
Surprise. All right. If you had to eliminate, you gave me 4. I said 3. But anyway, if
Look, man, it is 3 because it's 3A
you know what
and
I'm
3B.
saying,
It's 3.
no, you breaking the rules.
It's
You
3.
know what I'm saying, coming
It's
in here
3.
breaking the rules,
It's
man.
3. It's 3.
All right, check this out. If you out of those 4, I'm gonna give you 4, just cause you know what I'm saying, put in a little work recruiting Keldrick Falk and them cats. So I'm gonna give you 4. You know what I'm saying? Nobody else ain't getting 4 unless, you know what I'm saying, they helping getting people like Keldrick Falk to offer. So I'm gonna give you 4, which is gonna make it even harder.
Okay.
If you had eliminate 3 and eat 1 the rest of your life, who you going with?
Whoa. We're getting a little out of hand with these questions. You know, getting a little out of hand with these questions,
You know what I'm
man.
saying? I'm gonna give you a little grace and I'm gonna just sit back and relax. You know what I'm saying? There might be a little radio silence, but you know what I'm saying? Y'all don't click the button and flip away. You know what I'm saying? She just need to think real hard on this one. Go ahead. Tell me.
Think on this one. I plead the fifth. Can I plead the fifth on this question?
No, you can't. Don't even think on it. Think on it. Like they say in the country, think on it. Go ahead. You got one. You can eat one. You can eat the rest of your life.
Well, if you were to say one,
you gotta close the doors.
I'm gonna go the Hound.
But okay.
Unfortunately, like shout out to all those restaurants because I love them. But the first one, like if you ask that question, first one instantly in my mind, like the Hound is the one I would keep open. I think.
Look, man, I ain't closing them doors on nipples. You know what I'm saying? I like the Hound. Hope they become a sponsor. Dumps Like a Truck, come on through, be a sponsor. All y'all be a sponsor, man. But I'm telling y'all, man, I love me some nipples, man. I love me some nipples. You know what I'm saying? Nipples, man. And what's the words of young people you say? It's bussing. That mean it's good, y'all. To all the old school, that mean it's bussing and, no cap. Not as in a cap, but no lie. That's what it mean, right?
You combining too many slang words in one sentence, bro.
Okay. So we have the slang word session. So, and this for all the listeners. So if you hear it on the street, man, I'm here to help you out, man. I'm here to educate you. Okay. When kids say, like she said, it's bussing. Okay. What does that mean?
It means it's really good. It's popping.
Okay.
Like I think popping is a more
common term. Yeah. Hold up. See, you add another word, popping.
That's not adding another word though, because
bussin'
and popping are synonymous.
But what does popping mean?
Synonymous. It means it's
happening.
It's going on. It's good. It's great.
Okay. We think you finna eat. We think you finna eat some popcorn when you talking about it's popping. Old people be like, "What the popcorn? What a Redenbacher?" Okay. So bussing mean good. It's popping good. No cap. What is no cap, man?
It means no lie.
These words are no lie.
No lie. I'm serious.
Jesus,
no cap. For real. We for real. It's serious. No lie.
Auburn addicts, y'all got that, man. Y'all hope y'all got that. Bussing is good. Okay. What was the other word? Popping. That mean it's good. No cap mean no lie. Okay. So y'all got it. Okay. Now we educated y'all. You know what I'm saying? So you should be okay for 3 words. After that, just don't ask no more questions after those 3. All right, man. We going off. All right.
Yeah, that was a nice little commercial break.
Okay. Yeah. We just gave all kind of commercial space to those are good places though, man. Let me ask you this. What is the best? I'm not gonna say the best because I think all Auburn game day traditions are just awesome. They top notch. I'm not saying this because I'm an Auburn fan. Auburn got they got the best traditions.
For real.
Yeah, for real. It's not the Eagle Flight, Tiger Walk. All that is just stupendous.
Goated,
yeah, for real. Because I'm gonna say it's what?
I said it's goated.
What does that mean? You know what I'm saying? Where I'm from, when you saying some goated, man, when you say it's goated, that mean we finna like. I'm not gonna do it, but that means some people about to eat some curry goat or something like that. We
No,
about to eat
man.
some
Nah,
curry
nah,
goat.
nah, nah,
What
nah,
does
nah.
that mean? It's goated. It's goated.
Goat means greatest of all time. So the traditions are the greatest of all time.
Jesus of Nazareth, man, you gonna have our head spinning. Did y'all get that? Y'all got goaded. Okay, goaded is the greatest of all time. My God. Okay, so of the traditions that
Mm,
Auburn have, what is I'm not gonna like I say favorite, but give me
yeah,
the
yeah.
one you really like. You know what I'm saying? Because all of them are good.
Yeah, all of them are, man, Tiger Walk, Rolling Tumors, all that. All that,
Oh, I
everything.
forgot about Rolling
Um,
Tumors. I forgot.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, man. But I will say the Eagle Flight to me is one of the best, and let me tell you why. Because I feel like it wins a lot of people over. I'm thinking about the long game here. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Okay.
thinking
Mm-hmm.
long game. Because I hear a
Right.
lot of people who go to opposing schools. They
Mm-hmm.
come to Auburn, they be like, yeah, it was dope. And then the Eagle
Mm-hmm.
flew. And then I was like, oh, okay, like this kind of lit, you know?
Okay,
So
hold on. Stop. Okay. What is dope? What is dope? It was dope. What is that?
it
Because you
means
know what I'm
it's
saying?
cool.
Back in the day when I grew up, dope means dope.
Look, man. Nah,
Dope means like you finna get high. So, you know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, we got some people of all ages watching this show, man. You know what I'm saying? I can't just let them come in and go out and slip between the cracks and hearing this stuff. They're like, man, what is she saying? Is you know what I'm saying? The eagle smoking dope. I mean, what is? I mean,
man.
you're gonna have people
Man.
down at the president's office like, hey, I was watching Auburn Addicts and on Auburn Addicts, one of your former student recruiters was saying, y'all getting the eagle is smoking dope. You know what I'm saying? So,
Man. Look,
what
man.
is dope? What does that mean? What is dope? What does dope mean?
Dope means it's cool.
Okay,
It's
okay.
cool.
And then you said it's lit. Because now they thinking we finna set something on fire. Okay, so you said the eagle flight is dope and the eagle flight is lit. Okay, what does that mean?
Lit.
Jesus, we
It's
having a
more of an
whole slang
energy
session.
vibe. It's an
Okay,
energy vibe. It's high energy. So you
okay.
go into an atmosphere and it's lit. So like when we do the
Mm.
swag surf in the fourth quarter with all the
Oh
lights
Jesus.
and the night games,
Okay, what is the swag surf? Jesus, a man. Okay, so lit is what?
lit
We have
is more of a
we
high
have
energy
like
atmosphere. It's a high energy atmosphere. Good vibes, high energy.
okay. Now what is swag surf?
So you
That
know
the
the
one
song
where they
swag
like
surfing.
join? No, I don't. So you got Asia, you got older people in here, man, who listen to
But I
Tony
just feel like
Bennett,
everybody knows
and
swag
you
surf.
got some Garth Brooks people. You know what I'm saying? You got some Tony Bennett people. You got some Master P people. You got some MC Hammer. You got some Michael Jackson people. You know what I'm saying? We all over the place in here, man. So some people like, what is swag, sir? Is that the song in the game when they put their hands over each other and go
Yeah.
start rocking?
Yeah.
Okay,
Start rocking
okay,
side to
yeah,
side.
yeah, like
Yeah.
that. Am I swag surfing?
Yeah.
Hey, am I swag
Yeah.
surfing?
You
Okay,
swag
okay,
surfing. You swag
okay,
surfing.
okay,
You swag
okay.
surfing.
All right, okay. I'm helping. I gotta help my people out here. All right, here we go. So you say back to we had to get all that done. So you would say the eagle flight. So you say the eagle flight.
Yes, the Eagle flight. Because I
Mm-hmm.
think that it really converts a lot of people over to the
Mm-hmm.
Auburn family and the Auburn
Mm-hmm.
vibe that we have going on. Because a lot of recruits, if you notice, they're like, yeah, Auburn was cool, and then the Eagle flew. That is the
Yeah,
one
yeah.
commonality that I hear between a lot of people, whether they're an opposing fan or they're a
Mm-hmm.
recruit or
Mm-hmm.
they're somebody who maybe doesn't understand what Auburn's all about. I really think the Eagle flight is something that helps you
Yeah,
understand, gets you
yeah,
hyped, gets
man.
you excited for the game.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you. That eagle flight is just,
It's cool, man.
and I'm not gonna rank Eagles. Not
Yeah,
gonna
no,
do
it's
it.
just
Not gonna rank Eagles because all of them are fantastic.
yeah,
But
man.
yeah, what I don't, man. I'm rough on the name of the Eagles, man. What was I'm not gonna go into that. I'm not gonna go in names of the Eagles, but the ball eagle. Yeah, I'm gonna move on. So I'm not gonna say that because we'll stay on this all day. But the ball
Right.
eagle, when they had the ball eagle, it was just like that was just special, man. Just to have a ball eagle fly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
In Auburn.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So okay, I think that was might have been Spirit. No, I'm not gonna do that. So I'll put it in. I'll put it in.
Don't do
Okay.
it, man. Don't do it, man. Don't
All
do it,
right, here we
man.
go. You know what I'm saying? All the other Eagles, bro, how you gonna choose him over me? You know what I'm saying? All us good, but you know what I'm saying? I flew in 2024. You know what I'm saying? I'm not 2024, but 2014.
Even 2024
I flew.
hasn't even happened yet.
Yeah, I mean 2014. I flew in '04. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I bought us a national championship. So you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna pick the Eagles. Okay, here we go. On Saturday,
Okay.
who is hitting the field first? Peyton Thorne or Robbie Ashford?
Y'all aren't gonna like this one.
Okay.
Especially Nick. Nick not gonna like this one, man. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, cuz
Okay.
I think Peyton Thorne is gonna be the first one to run out on the field because if you heard the
Mhm.
press conference this week, he said there's no major offensive changes. So
Okay.
what does that tell me? That tells me that Peyton Thorne is QB1 and he will be running out on the field.
Okay, SLAYSIA, I got one question for you. Since you said Peyton Thorne will hit the field first and Nick gonna cry, tell me, will the crowd boo Peyton Thorne Saturday? Will they boo him? What you think?
That's tough to tell. I really hope that we are better than that toxic ideology.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it happen in the past.
Mm-hmm.
That's tough. That's really tough.
Mm-hmm.
I think if he makes a mistake, I think that would be more likely to get booed
Mm-hmm.
first rather than him just running out on the field.
Mm-hmm.
Because I will say if maybe the fan base didn't want one quarterback over another or wanted just a second option, they
Mm-hmm.
didn't boo them running onto the field. It was more or less when they made a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
But here's my thing with that. Do not boo. If you are an Auburn
Yeah.
fan watching this and you are going to the game
Yeah.
on Saturday,
Yes.
do not boo. Because we got to play the long game here.
Mm-hmm.
Hear me out. I understand.
Mm-hmm.
It is frustrating. Y'all want to listen. We all want to go to the national playoff, like the national championship playoffs. We all want to go, but we have to understand we got a new coach.
Mm-hmm.
Recruiting hasn't been where it has need to be. Recruiting hasn't been where it needs to be in the past.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say
Mm-hmm.
3-4 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
And do you know what that does to a roster? It
Mm-hmm.
depletes it.
Mm-hmm.
You got people still trying to learn this new offense because you may have some players who are used to running an offense that Philip Montgomery and Hugh Freeze are trying to implement, and then you have some players who just simply may not be used to it. We have just some personnel depth issues. We have to think about the future also. Don't get me wrong. We got to think about the present because that's important, but we also have to think about
Right.
the future. What player, tell me, if you were an Auburn recruit, and you run out on the field and the Auburn, like not you run out, but the Auburn quarterback runs out on the field and you're thinking about going to Auburn and
So
they're
why?
really
Hold
high
on.
in your mind.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I was just wondering why I can't run on the field, but go ahead. You saying
Okay.
I can't
Well,
play
I mean, but
football,
you got
but
to put yourself in you're not, as a recruit, you're not running on the field with the starting unit. So
I'm not running on the field with the starting unit. Why not?
Not if you're still being
You saying
recruited.
I'll be a bench? Okay. I thought. Okay. I thought you were saying I would be a bench rider. Go ahead. Go ahead.
You might. I don't know.
Hey,
You might.
okay. Golly, man. Okay, Nick, man. Nick and Marcus, y'all back on. But go ahead, SLAYSIA. Go ahead, SLAYSIA. This might be your last show, but go ahead, SLAYSIA.
Oh
Come on.
God, man. Look,
Go ahead. I'm
man.
sorry.
Listen,
I'm
man.
interrupting you. I'm being a rude host. I'm interrupting you. So you saying we shouldn't? Let's go back to you saying the long game. We
Yeah, we
shouldn't
shouldn't
boo.
boo. Because
Okay.
imagine if you're a recruit, you're sitting in the stands,
Mm-hmm.
and you're watching this game. Auburn is high on your list. You know Auburn needs you. Maybe you're a defensive lineman. Maybe you're a quarterback recruit. Maybe you're a wide receiver recruit. Like 4 or 5 star. You're sitting there. Auburn's really high in your mind. And the starting unit runs out. the quarterback that most people do not want runs out on the field and they start booing. I'm gonna be like, I ain't coming here. Y'all are toxic. I'm not coming here. So I think as fans, we need to lay down some of this toxic ideology that we have. Like personally, we're only in week 7, I think. I don't know. It feels like we've been in college football season for 54 years at this point.
Right.
But we're in like week 7. We're in week 7. And I've just seen so many tweets and so many posts about how we need to fire Hugh Freeze. The season just started.
Really?
This is just
Are they really tweeting that we need to fire Hugh Freeze?
Yes, we need to fire Hugh Freeze.
We're not even through a full season. It's like nothing has really been implemented, and we don't even have a full recruiting class in. And people talking about, yeah, man, that's crazy. But go ahead.
I've seen fire Hugh Freeze. I've seen fire Philip Montgomery. And here's my thing with that. We also have to understand that Hugh Freeze has made it abundantly clear when he came into Auburn, like when he got hired, that he was going to have to spend this first year rebuilding his roster and getting depth and getting key players for his offensive plan and the plans that he has for defense, offense, and for the whole team, special teams, whatever the case may be. So he has already said that it is hard to call plays and recruit at an efficient level. Doing both of those at the same time, you can't do it, especially with an SEC school. We got to think about what conference we are in and who we are recruiting against. We're recruiting against Georgia, which is a 2-time national championship team. Everybody wants to be a Georgia Bulldog. We're recruiting against Alabama, who's just a dynasty, to be quite honest. Like,
but I don't want to be a Georgia Bulldog. But go ahead.
I don't either. I'm just listen.
Oh, you saying everybody want to win a national championship?
Right. That's what I mean.
I'm sorry. Okay.
I don't want to be barking at folk. That's weird.
Okay.
But we're recruiting against a dynasty. We're recruiting against Ole Miss, who's up and coming. You know what I'm saying? Ole Miss is up and coming. You got Tennessee. They're up and coming. Florida State came out of nowhere because Florida State was kind of rough these past several years, but they've kind of snuck up out of nowhere. So you're recruiting against all these powerhouses, and you have to start winning in-state recruits. Like in the past, we've just really been not great at winning in-state recruits. So he has to put all of his effort and time into trying to build for the future. Not to mention, he's going to have to hit the transfer portal again after this season when it opens up at the end of the season. He's going to have to hit it again because we've gotten so many seniors and we've got so many people at the end of their eligibility, at the end of their 10-year eligibility. But we have to consider all of those are parts of the job. So do I think that maybe next season you will see him more involved in the offensive game plan? Absolutely. But what I want people to take note of, that more times than not, now there has been some calls that Hugh Freeze has made where I've kind of been like, that's a head scratcher. More times than not, when Hugh Freeze kind of took over a lot more of the offensive game plan, there were so many good calls. If you go back and break down the film and watch it instead of just running off of emotions and just taking it at first glance, rewind the play, good 5, 10, 20 times if you have to. A lot of the plays and the calls that he was making were good calls that make sense for the personnel that we have. And sometimes it just came down to execution. It came down to execution.
I agree.
So I think as fans, we got to kind of back off of this toxic ideology of like, oh, we're going to boo the quarterback because we don't want him here. We're going to call for Hugh Freeze to get fired. We're going to call for Philip Montgomery to get fired. Just give them a chance to implement what they're trying to implement. Because when I see glimmers of what could be, it makes sense why he was the hire. It makes sense why he's calling the plays that he's calling. So I really hope if you are an Auburn fan watching this and you're going to the game on Saturday, if you're at home, I can't tell you what to do. Okay. But if you're at the game, please do not boo, or I'm going to boo you.
I concur. Do not boo. Okay. All right. We about to wrap this thing up. We coming down the home stretch. We're going to hit some ROIs. Okay. Return on investment. We did this show with Nick. So I think we're going to kind of do this a little more, but we talking return on investment. We hitting different things and wondering with this new regime, how is our return on investment? When we putting in money, are we putting in NIL? Are we putting in resources? What's the return? So is it green, red, or is it mid? Mid is just going sideways, neither up or down. Okay, so I'm gonna hit you with a few questions. You tell me.
Okay, word.
What is your What does word mean?
Word means like, okay, got it. Like, cool.
Okay. So
Yeah.
word. Okay.
Word. Like, yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. So what for recruiting, what is your ROI? What the ROI, return on investment, is that green, red, or sideways? And we call that
Okay.
black. Okay.
Right. Black. In the black. Okay. So when we say recruiting, we talking about incoming recruits as in like incoming
No.
freshmen and transfer portal recruiting.
Yeah. Total. Just total
Okay. So
recruiting.
just total.
Mm,
Okay. So before this week, I would have said we're in the green. Okay.
mm,
After this week, I think we are closer to the mid range. Like
mm,
if I were to say we were in the green, like if this was the midline, this is
mm,
the green right here. We
mm.
just barely going up. And I say
Okay.
that because of course we had 2 decommitments, but we know that's
Mm,
going to happen because we're at
mm.
the point in the season where people really need to make a hard left or a hard right.
Gotcha.
Um, but I've been kind of keeping up, like I said, with recruiting, and
Mm,
I'm kind of seeing that we may not miss these 2 recruits. I do
mm,
hope that maybe they just, sign the Auburn letter of intent
mm,
on
mm,
National Signing Day and
mm.
it's all good. But
Right.
I'm hearing that we might get some replacements in the future or some
Mm.
recruits in the future that could be some really big, aces.
Okay.
So
That's what's up.
as of
That's
right
what's
now, looking at it, I say we're just like right above the midline. If anything, more mid.
Okay, I'm gonna give us a green, man. I'm gonna give, and
Okay.
the reason I give us a green, and I know, yeah,
Okay.
I do understand that having the 2 decommitments, man, that does take a little off. But we did get a commitment, and then I'm just
That's
comparing it
true. That's
against.
true. That's
I'm
true.
gonna, I'm
That's
gonna
true. That's true.
compare it against what happened last year. Man, what happened
Well,
last year? Anything is green.
anything is green.
If he just came
Anything
in
is
and
green.
yeah, if he just came in and just recruited any, but like, okay, green, we'll take it. We'll
Yeah,
take
it's like it's through the
it.
roof. It's through the
Yeah,
roof.
it's through the roof, man. Okay, so all right, let's go to what about NIL and the amount of money we have
Okay.
in the NIL war chest?
Okay.
Would you give that a green, black, red? Talk to me about the NIL war chest. I think they're saying rumors, word on the street. I really don't know, but I've heard
Yeah.
that we have or have had 20 plus million in an NIL war chest.
Hmm.
What you got?
I wish I had 20 million.
Yeah, man.
But if we're allegedly talking about 20 million,
Okay.
I think we're in the green with that.
Okay.
I think we're in the
Okay.
green, especially with the
Mm,
hierarchy of NIL and how that works and
mm,
how I understand it to work. I think 20
mm.
million is a great amount of money to have in the war chest and probably
Okay.
counting depending on what other recruits are going to come through the pipeline.
Gotcha. Now I would give this. I would say a green just at face value, but then I'm gonna say
Right.
a red because we need. I'm just gonna go off the charts. I'm gonna go red because we need $1 billion in our war chest so we
Yeah,
can
yeah,
give
you
every
right. You
five
right,
star in
man. Yeah.
America $1 million and just buy
Yeah,
all
you
the
right,
players.
bro. Yeah.
I know I'm being ridiculous, but say, come on, man.
That's probably not
We,
going to happen, fam.
it ain't gonna work. Okay,
It's probably not going
let's
to happen.
moving right along then. Okay, ROI offense as a whole, return on investment. What are you getting offense?
Red.
You
Yep,
ain't have to
red.
think long on that. Yeah.
Nope. I have to think on that one.
Okay. I'm getting them red too. I
That
got to
was a
think on
mindless.
that.
That was a mindless
Yeah.
answer. Like that was muscle memory. Like, I'm sitting in my trauma from that one.
For real. Okay. And the last one.
Okay.
Slay.
Okay.
What about defense? ROI on defense. What you getting the defense?
Now defense, I'll give them. I'd say like mid to green because I think for us the main issue is like depth on defense because as I have said, the defense is way better than I thought they were going to be
I
this
agree.
season. And they've
I
been
agree.
doing excellent. Like we've gotten some pretty good transfers. We
Mm,
had some pretty good recruits come in with the
mm,
2021 class being Keldrick Falk.
mm.
And we got some good defensive recruits on the docket for 2024 and 2025. So
Okay.
I'll give them mid to green on that one because they've been,
Okay.
defense. Give them their flowers because they've been kind of
Yeah.
eating. So
Yeah. I agree, man. I agree. Philip Montgomery has had his bad times, but if you look up what he inherited, man, I got to give him, I got to give him green. You know what I'm saying? You can't
Philip
give him. You
Montgomery?
can't. Did I say? Oh my God, I'm
Ron Roberts. Ron
Ron Roberts.
Roberts.
What am I saying? See,
I was so confused.
Philip Montgomery creeping in my mind. The offense creeping in my mind, just giving me
Philip
brain
Montgomery is
cramp.
haunting your
Yeah,
thoughts.
the thoughts giving me brain cramp. Sorry. We're gonna wind this up, man. We're gonna wind this up. And I hope you come back
If you
for
let me come
the
back, because last
yeah.
time I
No, you
heard,
back in. Yeah,
I
you
was gonna get kicked off, and nigga Marcus were back on. That's what I heard last. So I don't know if I'm gonna be back,
No,
y'all.
man. After your last takes, man. After your last takes, man. Especially when you told the fans not to boo and you explained why that put you back on. You know what I'm saying? I might have to let Nick and Marcus go, man. No, I'm just joking, y'all. Okay, but I want you to come back on for the post game, man, and we're
Word.
gonna see what happens. See if
We'll see what
the
happens,
offense
man.
gonna
We'll
be in
see.
mud or not this week. But everybody, man, y'all go out support the guys, man. Don't boo
Yep.
them. Please don't boo
Please
them, man.
don't.
We got
Please,
recruits
man.
hanging in the balance, so go
Yeah.
out, support you guys, have a good time, man, and we're gonna all band together, lock arms, man, and we're gonna support our Auburn Tigers, man. ABC, SLAYSIA, where can we find you, SLAYSIA? What can these people follow you, find you? You know what I'm saying? I know you're in the fashion industry, you got fashion things going on, you're doing big things, you know, you're Auburn, what they call it, aficionado? Is that a word?
What?
Okay. Anyway, you're Auburn, you're Auburn insider.
We just be saying anything.
You're Auburn insider, SLAYSIA. So where can these people find you if they want to follow you on social media?
You can find me at its.slasia on Instagram. I'm also out in the Twitter streets.
Okay.
More or less to just follow around on the recruiting trail. You can find me
Mm-hmm.
there as well. And I
Mm-hmm.
hope to interact with you about Auburn football.
Okay, that's what's up. You can find us at Auburn underscore addicts at Auburn underscore addicts on all social media platforms. So until then, also man, y'all tune in because we're gonna give a giveaway in the post game. Comment, we're gonna give a giveaway. I go through all the comments, past shows, and we give something buy somebody lunch, man. We bought somebody lunch this week. So SLAYSIA, what is the word we say? What is the Auburn call? You know what I'm saying? Give me a war eagle before we leave this thing, SLAYSIA.
Yeah, man, you got it. Whoa, Regal. Hey.